Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling a big one, the Pomodoro Technique.
Right.
You've probably heard of it, maybe even tried it. You know, the whole kitchen timer, 25 minutes on thing.
Yeah, and I think that's where a lot of people stop. They think, okay, set timer, work. Simple.
But it's not just about the timer, is it?
Not at all. That's just the surface mechanism.
Yeah.
We've been looking into the sources you sent over, and the real story is, well, it's fascinating. It's about the science underneath.
Ancient brain stuff, modern psychology.
Exactly. How this simple 25-minute system actually taps into how our brains are wired for focus.
So our mission today is really to go beyond the timer, get into that science.
Yeah, uncover why it works, or maybe why it doesn't work if you miss the point.
Okay, so let's ground everyone first. The basic structure, just really quickly.
Super simple structure, 25 minutes of focused work, no distractions. Then, crucially, a 5-minute break.
Mandatory break.
Absolutely mandatory. And you repeat that cycle. Typically, after about 4 cycles, you take a longer break, maybe 15, 20 minutes.
But the core insight, as you said, isn't time management. It's brain management.
That's the key takeaway, yeah. It's about working with your brain's natural energy and attention limits, not against them.
All right, section 1 then. That 25-minute block. Why 25? Why not 30 or 20? Is there something magic about 25?
Well, magic might be strong, but it does seem to hit a kind of psychological sweet spot.
How so?
Think about it. It's long enough to actually get something done, right? To make real, measurable progress on a task, maybe even get into a flow state.
Okay, you can see you've achieved something.
Exactly. That progress feels good. But critically, it's also short enough that it doesn't feel overwhelming.
Ah, so it tackles procrastination head on.
Precisely. You look at a huge project like write that report or study for the exam, and your brain just shuts down. It seems too big.
Yeah, the sheer size is paralyzing.
But telling yourself, okay, I just need to focus for 25 minutes, that feels totally doable. It's a tiny commitment.
It lowers the barrier to just starting, which is often the hardest part.
It really is. Psychologically, you're not committing to the whole mountain, just the first few steps. The brain agrees to that. It bypasses that initial resistance.
So you're kind of tricking your brain into getting started.
You could say that, yeah. It overrides that initial, oof, I don't want to feeling because the commitment is so small and the break is guaranteed. It's right there.
So it's less about the output of that first 25 minutes and more about just getting the engine running.
In a way, yes. Breaking that inertia is key.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense psychologically. But you mentioned brain science earlier. How does this tie into, the actual wiring?
Right. So let's get into the neuroscience a bit. Section 2, we need to talk about the prefrontal cortex.
Okay, the brain's CEO, right? Planning, focus.
Exactly, executive functions. But the thing is, it's powerful, but it gets tired. It has limited capacity.
Like a muscle.
Sort of, yeah. If you push it too hard for too long without a break, performance drops. You make mistakes. Focus blurs.
We've all been there, reading the same sentence over and over.
That's cognitive fatigue setting in. The prefrontal cortex is basically saying, I need a break. Pomodoro works with that limitation.
Now, by forcing breaks.
Partly, but it also aligns with something deeper. Our natural ultradian rhythms.
Okay, ultradian rhythms. Sounds complicated. What are they?
They're just natural cycles our bodies go through that are shorter than a day. Think hormone release, alertness levels. The key one here is the energy cycle.
Energy cycle.
Yeah, generally we operate in cycles of about 90 to 120 minutes. During that time, we have periods of peak alertness and focus.
Okay.
Followed by a natural dip, a period where we need rest and recovery. Think of it like waves crashing on a shore. High energy, then lower energy.
So our ability to focus isn't constant throughout the day?
Definitely not. We're biologically wired for cycles of focus and rest. Trying to maintain peak concentration for, say, 3 hours straight is fighting your own biology.
And Pomodoro fits into this how? Does 25 minutes match something?
It fits within those larger cycles. The 25-minute bursts allow you to capitalize on the peak focus periods within that 90, 120-minute wave.
Ah, I see. So you work intensely when your energy is naturally higher.
And then you stop before you hit that inevitable dip. You take the break, reset slightly, and you're ready for the next burst when the wave is still relatively high. You're surfing the wave, not fighting the tide.
That's a great analogy. So it's preemptive rest almost.
Exactly. Strategic rest to maintain quality of focus. And there's another neurological piece here too.
Which is?
The reward system. Dopamine.
Ah, the feel-good chemical.
Right. When you successfully complete a 25-minute Pomodoro, especially if you physically check it off a list,
Yeah.
that act of completion triggers a small dopamine hit, a little reward signal in the brain.
Okay, so finishing the sprint feels good chemically.
Yes. And that positive reinforcement makes you more likely to repeat the behavior. It helps wire in the habit of focusing.
So you're essentially gamifying focus. Task, timer, ding, reward.
It really is a form of behavioral conditioning. You're training your brain. Focus for 25 minutes at little pleasant feeling. It makes starting the next Pomodoro that much easier.
Okay, this is much deeper than just a timer. Let's talk about the breaks then. Section 3. The 5-minute break. You said it's mandatory, but what's its real job?
Its job is crucial and often misunderstood. It's not just stop working, it's an active mental reset.
Meaning, not checking email or scrolling social media?
Please no, that just floods your brain with new information and stimuli. It continues the drain. The break needs to be low stimulation.
Like what? Get up, walk around?
Perfect. Stretch, get water, stare out the window, maybe some light tidying. Anything that lets your prefrontal cortex truly disengage for those 5 minutes.
And the benefit of that is?
Preventing decision fatigue, constantly focusing, making micro decisions, resisting distractions. That stuff is tiring. The break clears out that cognitive residue.
So you start the next 25 minutes fresher.
Much fresher. You avoid that cumulative burnout feeling. It also makes distractions less tempting during the work block because your brain knows a break is coming soon. It's guaranteed. So that little itch to check your phone becomes easier to resist because relief is just minutes away. It's like a pressure release valve.
So over time, these cycles are actually training your attention span, like a workout.
That's a perfect analogy. It is a workout for your attention muscle. Consistent practice builds your ability to sustain focus and resist interruptions long term. You're building mental endurance.
Okay, so let's get practical. Section 4. Making this work effectively. How do you structure tasks for this?
Preparation is key. Before you even hit start on that timer, you need absolute clarity on what you're doing for that specific 25-minute block.
No vague goals like work on presentation.
Absolutely not. It has to be specific. Pomodoro 1, draft slide 3. Pomodoro 2, find image for slide 4. Break big tasks down into Pomodoro-sized chunks.
Why is that breakdown so important?
It maximizes that feeling of progress and the dopamine hit we talked about. At the end of 25 minutes, you can definitively say, yes, I completed that specific thing. It fuels momentum.
Got it. Now, what about for really demanding work, like deep, complex thinking?
That's where you can use the concept of a deep work block.
Which is?
Stacking Pomodoros. Typically, you do 4 25-minute sessions back-to-back with the short 5-minute breaks in between.
So that's about, what, 100 minutes of focused work plus the short breaks?
Right. Nearly 2 hours of really intense, structured effort.
Okay.
But, and this is critical, after completing that full block of 4 Pomodoros, you absolutely must take a longer, more substantial break.
Like 15, 20 minutes, you said earlier?
At least. Maybe even 30. This longer break is essential for consolidating information, letting your brain fully recover, and really respecting those larger ultradian rhythm cycles. Don't skip the long break after a deep work block.
That makes sense. Recharge properly.
Yeah.
But is the 255 rule set in stone? Does it have to be exactly that?
Great question. And no, it doesn't. That's a common misconception. Flexibility is important.
So I could do, say, 50 minutes on, 10 minutes off.
Absolutely. Some people find that rhythm works better for them, especially for tasks requiring longer ramp-up times. Experimentation is key.
So the principle matters more than the exact numbers.
Exactly. The core principle is the rhythm of focused work followed by deliberate rest. Find the ratio that keeps you engaged and energized without burning you out. Listen to your body and your focus levels. If 25 feels too short, try longer. If you're exhausted after 50, try shorter.
Find your personal sustainable rhythm.
That's the goal.
Okay, so wrapping this up, we started with a simple timer, but we've covered brain chemistry, natural energy cycles, habit formation. What's the final big picture here?
The final synthesis is that Pomodoro, when understood correctly, isn't just about getting more done today. It's about fundamentally rewiring your work habits for the long term.
How so?
By consistently practicing focused work and strategic rest, you sharpen your attention, you reduce that mental clutter and background anxiety, and you build serious resilience against procrastination and burnout. It's a more mindful, brain-friendly way to work.
So it really comes back to that idea of working smarter, not just harder. Respecting your brain's limits allows you to be more effective within those limits.
Precisely. Productivity isn't about brute force, it's about strategic engagement and recovery.
Okay, so a challenge for everyone listening.
Yeah, try it. Seriously. Just one Pomodoro, pick one task you've been putting off, set a timer for 25 minutes, use your phone, whatever, and commit fully.
No distractions.
No distractions. And then, importantly, take the full 5-minute real break afterwards. No cheating.
Just notice how it feels.
Exactly. Notice the difference when you work with your brain's rhythm instead of fighting against it.
Master your time.
And you master your future.
That's our deep dive for today. Thanks for tuning in.